Jalil is open. Just a little strong for the left-hander. Canes come away with it. Schwartz is in. Canes have used 12 different starting lineups this season. See if they can push the right buttons today against NCAA.
We talked about the fact over the last 5 games, averaging about 17 points. You can tell he's in a good offensive momentum right now. 2 for 2 on 3-pointers for Styles. He now has 50 3-pointers on the season. That leads the club. Falling down, hitting the 3. Hatfield. How about the senior from Clarksville, Tennessee, going on a rim rocker? Averages 7 points per game and 5 rebounds. Best shooting percentage on the team for Huntley Hatfield. Now, granted, most of his shots are close to the rim, like that one. You still got to make them. Still got to make them, though, Tom. How about the 14th game this season for Cleveland with 20 points or more after the jam? That spins off the edge of the rim. Cleveland has it. Schwartz. Stop and pass. Bethea for 3.
And I feel like that's what I keep coming back to when we talk about Damon Stoudemire's Georgia Tech. Like a lot of young players that are starting to figure it out. Yep. He continues to recruit well. Overtime elites right down the road, which is a factory for talent.
Bethea absorbs the contact and one.
Down to personal pride at some point. Bill Courtney talked about that today. Like, when things go awry, are you going to man up, take some pride in your matchup, and defend? And sometimes that can slide away from you.
And by and large, the answer to that question all season long has been no. They are last, but the Yellow Jackets have clearly shown they're the better team.
Absolutely.
Off the turnover, Johnson throws it out. And the layup is rolled in by Jalil.
Spacing allows you to get to that high-low, and I think Washington can play a significant role in this team. I like when he and Withers are on the floor together, but this, again, a smaller, lengthy lineup.
Bethea. Yes, nice touch. Opportunity to make money someplace else. That was from Jim Laranaga's final press conference here.
And you can't fault kids for it, so let's not say it should be any other way in terms of your assignment. You got to understand your personnel. Evans wants to come off and shoot that 3. If you switch and don't switch up, you're going to get beat.
Duke's best 3-point shooter at 46%. Freshman Ugachukwu with the freshman Schwartz. Very skilled shooter as well. Evans stopped that one. Bethea hoists it and scores it.
To run a guy like Evans off the 3-point line, make him be a dribbler. And you can say that all you want, but you got to just play against it to figure out how to do it.
Proctor smacks that away back to Ugachukwu. You know you were a good player in high school when your jersey's retired and you're a college freshman. That's Isaiah Evans. Bethea looking for a third 3. He's got it.
Compete. Give yourselves a chance. Make plays.
Evans. Not sure what happened there. Maybe Gilbert got a hand in there. He didn't have the grip. And Bethea lays it in. He's in the... I don't know which of these players are going to come back. Ted Valentine just saw that. He's on the floor after getting tripped up.
He just
Johnson up top, and nice finish by Bethea.
Jaden Shute played limited minutes in that loss to Boston College. Only played 5 of them. Wasn't feeling 100% with an illness.
You know, he's got a pretty stroke. I'm looking forward to him, you know, still keep shooting the ball even though he missed one. My man Lynn Kidd's a great good pass out the post to a nice pull-up.
Yeah, passed out of the...
By 2. They played better over their last 6 games for Bill Courtney. Near turnover, thrown away, picked up by Miami. Johnson. Canes want to run. Divine Ugachukwu. 3-ball. In the air, yes, sir.
Won the Super Bowl. That's tops right there. But then he just showed him his watch.
You see Peter Warwick?
That's my guy right there. All-time great.
That's an OG.
OG. One of my favorite football players watching growing up.
Yeah, the talk just went electric here in the break as they showed those guys on the Jumbotron. Aria Masudi, Eric Devendorf, speaking of electric. ED in the building. Bethea. Oh, that was nice.
I get 16 points a game, and there is a ton on his plate without Lowe and Dunn. Zach Austin couldn't score on the drive, and he's still scoreless. And all 13 points for Pitt have come from Leggett and Court. Jalil Bethea, top 10 freshman.
It's an underrated skill set, ball handling wise for a big. He's backing his defender down, but his eyes are locating where the help's coming from.
Jalil Bethea took some contact. That's a tough shot that goes for Bethea, and that got a foul. So they might have been trying to commit the foul. Warren can't stick it. 10-point game, 1:10 to go. Miami's got to hurry and needs points fast. Jalil Bethea hits from 3. Bill Courtney will take his second allowance.
J.J. Starling gets a full head of steam. Good luck trying to keep him out of the paint. That is a tough move in transition by one of the better guards in college basketball.
28 in that triple overtime win against Boston College.
Red Autry talked about his production as of late, and it's been huge. Guy playing starter minutes, still one of the better offensive threats. Poor closeout, little ball fake, and then nice 1-2 pull-up jumper. Excellent offense by Syracuse and patience by Chris Bell.
Bethea, we are just trading.
Obviously, Miami without Nigel Pack, so Ukachukwu steps into the point guard role. He's done a nice job, shown some flashes. Future bright for this young freshman point guard.
Bethea
or assist, and again, another nice pass that time out of the double team by Lampkin. Little soft lob pass.
5 assists for the big man to go along with 16 points and 8 rebounds. Bethea, deep 3, got it!
Again, they're a team that has really been focused. The energy was there. See if they can close this one out against Syracuse.
Kidd tied up in the corner against 3 defenders, finally gets rid of it. Bethea's got a 2-on-1. Bethea glides to the cup, count it!
The most tenured player on the Virginia roster has stuck it out over the course of his career, seeing more playing time than less playing time, and tonight makes his 4th start of the season. Bethea puts in a 3.
Sounded fresh.
Gotten more playing time as of late.
It's one of the issues with that mover blocker there. And double team for Lynn Kidd comes and makes it difficult for bigs to get in the flow of the game. Because every time he touches it inside, they're going to double.
Strong take by Bethea.
4 of his field goal attempts at Stanford. Sissoko gets rid of it quickly, and Wilkinson missed everything. Bethea picked up by Petritis. Tries the mid-range again. This time he hits. Wilkinson finds Campbell. Extra pass, Blackshirt. Matthew Cleveland with a head of steam. Recovers and kicks. Bethea. Book it.
It's the new world we're in. Everybody's got to figure it out.
Well, Blackshirt had it knocked away after the step through. Here comes Jalil Bethea, and he lays it in.
The last one, the easy layup. He didn't want that. The farther you go out, the more points you get. Really nice rhythm, really nice shot.
Johnson matched up with Lee Dort. Backs him in, kicks it out. Bethea on the move. That's a silky finish for the few possessions.
Certainly have picked it up. Only 5 to shoot. Blake's 3 contested. No. Rebound. Tapped to Kidd.
This is where Miami's got to attack. This is a transition. Try to get attack before Stanford has a chance to really lock in defensively.
Bethea did attack.
He had a
defensively in the recovery for Miami. Bethea, step in 2 at the left is good.
That's a guy that
hitting 11 threes in this first half in 17 tries. And they have got a 24-point lead as Miami starts the second half with the ball.
And you see Miami intent on getting the basketball back into the hands of Lynn Kidd. If you're Bill Courtney right now, do you come back from 24 down
The likelihood is not great, especially here on the road, but you want to work on things that help you moving forward. As we family and friends back home.
And J.J. Redick, of course, the former Duke starter, is now the coach of the Lakers. He and his family were renting a house in that area. And
usually go in when you play the right way.
Hildreth grew up in England, 4-year player at Wake, 3-year starter. He's played his entire career with the Demon Deacons. Oh, my goodness, underneath the big man. Reed.
Taking advantage of that size, Miami's trying to go small. They need to throw it into him every time. And if they collapse, he needs to kick it out for the 3.
Makes it a 4-point lead now for the Demon Deacons. It's a critical 5.5 here for Miami. They've been in a lot of games, and then things have gotten away from them quickly. Pull up, jumper, and nothing.
Coach drew up when he went to the 2-2-1, I'll tell you that.
Long 3 in and out. Offensive rebound, a rare one for the Canes. Bethea for 3. And you knew that was good when it left it. Salas able to save it, but taken away by Bethea, and he'll throw it down. And Hildreth to the bucket, giving him 31 points.
He's down the court yelling 30 to his teammates. He wanted that one.
Happy to see his son drill a big 3. Bethea against Shoot. Pulls up for the long jumper. And
Miami, conversely, in their last 22 games is 4-18. In their last 14 games against a Power 4 opponent, they've lost all 14. Bethea. Oh, that was special.
By Mount St. Mary's, and remember, coming into the game today, they're averaging well over 15 turnovers a game. Major key. Shout out DJ Khaled. Point. Bethea. He whips the one-handed pass to Blackman. Now Bethea with 2 on the shot clock. Buries a deep 3.
Great shot. Real be in the game and, you know, get some a lot of minutes at one time. Let's see how he responds to this.
Got his swat of the way. Now 10 turnovers by Mount St. Mary's. Here's a 3. Bethea.
Right on time. I called it. That should be a psyche
down. Bethea's got 6. Jobay hands it off to Blackman. Bethea, shot fake, up and under. Boy, that's pretty. He's got 8. Boy, easy bucket down low for Cordelia. Back to a 4-point game. Cordelia now with 9 points, 4 of 8 from the field. Bethea will work baseline, fading away. Pulls up there.
That's a pro move right there.
Canes are all over the place. 3 on the shot clock. Down low, taken away.
Look at you really being aggressive on this move.
Up and into the left hand.
You can't teach that.
The body control there by Caleb Scott with a bucket.
That shows you it's not about height, it's about strength and doing your work early. Scott got into Lincoln's body and was able to get that ball up off the glass for an easy bucket.
Scott's got 4. Bethea pulls up in traffic. Bethea darted in for that rebound. Look at Ugachukwu. Double team. High screen from Johnson for Bethea. Cleveland. Back to Bethea. Thought about a 3. Drives in the paint. Throws it up. And it rolls on in. What a bucket for Jalil Bethea.
It would help Miami so much if he can find a way to gain some confidence to where he can become the player that is necessary for him to be for this Miami team to be successful. That's what he does.
There's Bethea right there.
On that. Knocking it out of bounds.
So another 20 and a reset. Here goes Bethea, a 3.
Big thrust him a lot on the floor. And now knocking down a huge 3 right there to give Clemson a 4-point lead.
Johnson looks at Kidd. Pack on the drive into traffic, threw it away.
It's a foot race into the back, and Bethea has it.
That should have been a...
At the shot clock, it's good!
That is a huge Hall and Ian Sheffrin that they were able to get to the Elite Eight. And now Jaden Zachary getting involved in the mix on both ends of the floor to give the Tigers a 6-point lead.
6-point lead, 3.5 to go at Watsco Center. Skip back, Bethea thought about it. Zachary the flyby, the freshman got the bounce on the three. And Staten McCray trying to find a path. He'll kick. Joe Bay's three is blocked, and it's picked up. Bethea will take off baseline and score around Zachary.
I'd have your eye and identify the top scorer.
There is Bethea, long two, pull up, nails it. That's what for the ACC SEC Challenge matchup for the Arkansas Razorbacks on Tuesday. Gonna be a whiteout here at the Watsco Center. Well, that'll be a fun one with John Calipari's team coming into town. Here's that five-star freshman, number 7 player in the country in Bethea. They can score. Oh, fancy footwork. Rolls it off the window.
It's tough because, you know, Kelly's almost like a 4 or 5. Matthew Cleveland can guard for us, but he's not really your stereotypical 4-man.
Tough shot from Bethea. Doesn't matter on the baseline. He's got
the basket. They've gone smaller. They've gone with more spacing. They've got guys that can put the ball on the floor really well.
That was number 9 in white, Luke Bamboye, with that monster block. Now 5 to shoot. Here's A.J. Staten McCray to Bethea for 3. Got it!
Coaches, some great teams.
Amisil finally misses one from the left side. And here's Bethea.
This young man has to step up and start playing well for Miami. And that's what he can aim with such really good pace. And I talk about that because I think you have to play the game at a pace where you can make decisions and still be effective, and that's what he's able to do.
Schwartz with a full head of steam kicks it out. Bethea rises up, knocks it down.
We're talking all MEAC players that are injured. That's also causing, you know, everyone to learn a little bit more about where to play, what's expected of them.
Paul Joe Bay's 3 was no good, and now Bethea in the corner. The 3 good. State.
Some really great games there coming up for Miami. Good tests, and it's going to be great men's basketball. And I think that's what a lot of people want to see in November and early December is top teams playing each other. As you see Bethea, you know, these...
Shot clock. Dribble drive into the corner. 3 on the way. 2 strong. Battle for the ball. Matthew Cleveland down with the rebound.
Excellent defensive possession there for the Canes.
Bethea for 3. That one's from the parking lot.
And when your teams out of that timeout were so intense on the defensive end.
A flurry of action. Shinnery now is 7 points. 3 of 7 from the floor this afternoon. Jalil Bethea works off of a high screen. He takes it to the rack himself, and a finish. For what it's worth, Miami, a team that shot the 3 so well in the first half, just 1 of 8 from deep here in the second half so far. Ugachukwu finds a wide open Bethea for 3 on cue. He drains it.